So, Charlie, as of 2025, how many people have defected to Chevs country?
Everyone. Every single person.
I mean, you can't get any better than that, right? One reason.
It's true. I feel like
Definitely.
if you're not in Chev's country, it's saying more about you than it is me.
Absolutely,
one.
absolutely. So, Charlie, I mean, you're always busy, right? Do you ever get time to yourself?
No. To be fair, yes. Like, unfortunately, wrestling in Australia isn't as, the schedule isn't as hectic as it is in England, where you can wrestle, 4-5 times a week if you really wanted to. So yeah, I have a lot of downtime, to be honest. I'd love to be more busy. I'd love to wrestle more.
I mean, One Breezy, this is one person we've wanted to get on the show for a while, right?
I mean, I've texted you a few times, Charlie, and but it's just timings and schedules and stuff like that. You're either in America, then you're in the UK, then you're in Australia. We can't keep up with you.
I know, and the time zones are just crazy.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it's sunny over there now, isn't it?
Yes, it's fucking hot. It's going to be 38 degrees today.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah. I think we're sitting at like 34 and it's 8:30. It's hot.
So while
Wow.
Charlie's got the sun, we've got the bloody rain.
Yeah.
I'm not jealous.
Yeah. I mean, I went to Sydney in February and it was really nice.
Yeah, best time.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's get crack on with it. Liam, your first question for you, mate. Let's go.
I want to talk about, how did the name Chevs come about? I want to know the origins of this.
It's literally Charlie Evans meshed together. I think Mick Moretti was the first one to ever he called me Chevins. When I first started. It's such an Aussie thing, isn't it, to shorten everyone's name. Like, Charlie Evans is just too much of a fucking ball ache to say. Too long. So Chevs it is.
I also like the fact that everyone says it's not Charlie Evans, as you said there, it's Chevs. I think everyone knows you now just as Chevs.
Yeah, I think it's cool. It's way cooler than Charlie Evans.
Oh, absolutely, and stuff like that. One Breezy, over to you, bro.
So, what would you say the most rewarding thing, Charlie, is about being a professional wrestler?
Being able to say that I'm living my dream. I feel like a lot of people don't get the privilege and the opportunity to say they kind of chased what they loved, especially as a child. Everyone has dreams of I want to do this when I grow up, and not everyone gets the opportunity to do it. So I think that's actually the coolest part, when I stop and I'm like, okay, 10-year-old me would be in awe of 28-year-old me.
Wow. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mad.
The travel as well. Hectic.
So cool. I get to see the world. That's crazy.
You do. Over to you, Liam.
Absolutely. So, talk about obviously first discovering wrestling. Well, obviously, what made you also want to get into wrestling?
I started watching wrestling when I was, I don't even know, 9, 10. My cousins were super into it. So whenever I would see them, they'd always have wrestling on. And then they would send me DVDs, and I'd make my little sister watch them, even though she's not really into it at all. And we'd just sit down and watch these same DVDs over and over and over again. And I just was hooked from the minute I watched it.
Okay. One Breezy, up to you, bro.
I mean, you've had a pretty interesting year, I would say. I mean, you've got a very, very, very nice title behind you.
She's nice.
PWA
She's
World
beautiful.
Championship.
Shiny.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously you are, I would say, one of, if not the heart and soul of PWA. And it's your home company. And what is it like representing not just Australia, but being the world champion in PWA?
Yeah, it's really cool. I think, PWA, I think, is the benchmark of Australian professional wrestling. So in terms of that, I feel like I am the benchmark for Australian professional wrestling at the moment. When I first came into PWA, I was 17 years old. I never would have imagined that one day I'd be, the main champion. Same with Jessica True when we first came in together. She's held it, I've held it. I think it's really, really cool to say that we've kind of climbed from the absolute bottom, to the very, very top.
Yeah. And I mean that match that you had with Jessica Troy back in April.
Yeah.
I want to say that was a very interesting match. Hard hitting. You
That's
drew a
intense.
little bit of blood.
Yeah, a little.
I still love the sword bit. That really like took me back going, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, she went a little crazy in that one.
Definitely. Would you say that's one of your best matches?
Yeah, it's up there for sure. Very special.
Awesome. Over to you, Ian.
Absolutely. So I want to talk obviously about a match from 2024, which is you and Cara at Progress, because that's one of my favorite matches over the past couple of years. Talk about the build up to that and what that match was like.
It was really cool. Like when Progress contacted me about it, I was kind of taken back because, you know, they hadn't done a lot of, I hate the term, but like, you know, intergender stuff. And I love Cara. He's like one of my favorite wrestlers. I think he's fucking amazing. We've wrestled before in Resurgence. Loved that match. And then I think, yeah, coming into the Progress one, the dynamic was a little different. And I also felt like I had a bit of a chip on my shoulder and I was coming in with a point to prove. And it was so special. Like I've never really gotten super emotional after matches, and I was in tears after that one.
Because it's one of my absolute favorite matches. And I think the thing was barriers were definitely broken, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. One breezy over to you, bro.
You mentioned obviously their intergender matches. There is a certain someone that you want to do an intergender match. Isn't that right, Charlie?
Don't even want to do an intergender match. I want to beat the fuck out of him, and I want him to beat the fuck out of me.
And who am I on about?
Eddie Kingston.
Yep. That would
I
be
want
a
this
banger.
match so bad. It's like, got to make it happen. I have a year to do it. He's stopping indie
Yeah, you
bookings in a
do.
year, so I have a year to do it.
Do you reckon that match will happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Straight to the point. You know what I mean? I like it.
There's no way that it's not going to. There's
Yeah.
no way that I'd be able to keep wrestling if that didn't happen. And I don't think there's a way that he would stop independent bookings if that didn't happen.
That might be his last one.
It could be.
That would be.
That'd be important. That'd be special.
AEW, if you're watching, book that match.
Yeah.
That'd be a
Please,
good one.
Yeah. Do you know, now you've mentioned it, that would probably be an absolute banger of a match. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah. It would be fucking unreal.
So, over to you, Liam.
So, talk a little bit about how North Shore came about.
So the boys kind of spoke to me about, you know, the possibility of joining, and they make very convincing points, and I think it was very much worth doing it.
Okay. I mean, it's definitely a unique group, One Breezy, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, fuck. We have everything. Can't complain.
I mean, we spoke to Will recently.
Yes. My God.
And he told us that he spoke to you backstage and stuff like that, like kind of getting in your ear. And then it worked.
Yeah, it did. And look at us. We make such a good team. We look fucking amazing. Like, we all look so good. We all have such good qualities. We all bring something different to the table. And somehow it just works so well.
It did.
I'm
loving
it.
You came close to losing last night, though.
But did we?
You got pinned, though.
I did. But who won the match?
Oh, sure.
Exactly.
There you go.
It's a team effort. Wasn't a singles match. I didn't get beat in a singles match.
That's true. I like that.
I still couldn't do what he wanted to do, so I don't really give a fuck.
There you go. So what's Will like behind the scenes? Because we asked him obviously what you were like, but what's Will like from your point of view?
What did he say I was like? The best?
You're going to have to watch it back.
I hope he said nice things.
Of course
he's fucking awesome. He's hilarious. Literally one of the funniest people I know. Get along really, really well. Which I'm surprised because we hated each other for a very long time. But yeah, no, he's literally like a brother.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke to him one reason, what about 40 minutes and stuff like that, and we got the same vibe, Jamie. He's so funny.
Yeah, he's really funny.
Yeah. And that as well was the time zone was a bit skeptic, but it's like you're doing it in the morning, he did it at night.
Oh, dang. Yeah, the time zone's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like a whole day.
Literally.
Is it?
We're in different days right now.
Literally, it's morning for you, it's night time for us.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So North Shore Wrestling, obviously the three initials is NSW, and you're mostly based in Sydney, which is New South Wales, if I'm correct.
Yeah. Yes.
It's kind of like short for it. And I like that.
Yeah. Works perfect.
Definitely does. So
I never
I want
thought
to talk
about
a
that.
little bit. I want to talk a little bit about obviously Wrestling Resurgence. You've had a trilogy of matches with Kanji.
Yeah.
What's that like? Because that must have been another emotional one for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything I do with Kanji is actually quite emotional. I don't know, I just feel so connected to her. And it was from the first match we ever had, which would have been what, 2017, 2018 time. And that match kind of just happened. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like our whole run in Resurgence was never really meant to be. I was a last minute replacement for my first Resurgence show. Kanji was a last minute replacement for her Resurgence show. And I guess we impressed on those ones. And then from there, it kind of, happened. Like the first match was never meant to be anything but that match. And we just clicked instantly. And then, it went on to a 2 out of 3 falls, and it went on to the Iron Woman. And I feel like no matter what, we could always run it back and run something really special. And yeah, she is like my wrestling soulmate. Like I feel so connected to her in every way. And it's crazy to watch, from that first match to the last matches we had. And I was really lucky. The last tour I did, I got to wrestle her a bunch of times. So that was awesome. But even then, we build on little things that we call back from 5-6 years ago. And it's just it's so magical wrestling her. She's incredible. I'm so happy for her in everything she's doing now. And she's finally getting the recognition because she's unbelievable. I wouldn't say she's, the best female wrestler in England. I think she's the best wrestler in England, period.
Yeah, she's up there.
Yeah,
100%.
for sure.
Absolutely. So following on obviously what one breeze you just said there, I mean, what's some of your favourite matches from obviously working in the UK?
Ooh, fuck, there's a lot.
Good question.
Oh my god, okay. Anything with Kanji. I think the Iron Woman was really special. Love the Iron Woman. Love the one we did for the title because I feel like it was such a long time coming. Back November last year.
Yeah.
I also loved the match that Kanji and I had at Rev Pro at the 229 earlier this year. I think that was a bit of an underrated banger that I think Andy Coulden should put out on YouTube. I really, really liked that one. Loved my match, both my matches with Cara. Love wrestling. I wrestled the Lycos gym at North. Loved that match. Love those boys. Shit, there's a lot. I loved my match with Ginny at Revelations of Divine Love in 2017. That was a special one too. There's so many.
Absolutely. So following up obviously from that question, do you get nervous before you go out in the ring?
I think it depends. Not all the time, no. Bigger matches, yeah, definitely. But I'm kind of at a point now where I'm pretty chill. Unless it's a, big title match or main event something. I'm not really that nervous, no.
Okay. Ron Breezy, over to you, bro.
Have you ever had conversations with AEW or WWE?
No. I wish AEW.
Yeah, I think AEW would be more the route for you.
That's my
for
goal.
schedule wise and stuff like that.
AEW is definitely the goal.
Yeah.
I think restrictions as well, maybe, because in WWE you're kind of restricted, you know what I mean? I don't want to see a restricted Chevs. I want to see one literally just go hell for leather. Do you know what I mean? Best way.
Yeah, for sure. I think AEW is definitely more my style.
Yeah.
For
I
sure.
mean, look at Will Ospreay as well. He comes, I know Australia for you is like 24 hours. I mean, from the UK to Australia is 24 hours. But
Yeah.
Will Ospreay spends a lot of time in the UK while still going over and performing and stuff like that. Obviously,
Yeah.
for you, I know you're married, and I don't know if your partner like is fully in the Australia or if he comes with you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But AEW probably would be best for you.
Yeah. That's very much where I want to be. For sure.
Yeah.
Tony Khan, if you're listening.
Hi.
I doubt Tony would ever listen to me.
You never know, right? You never know, right? Do you know what I mean? He's a wrestling fan.
He is.
Yeah, that's true.
Which kind of leads me on to my point, actually, which is it hard being a wrestling fan, being involved in wrestling like you are?
Sometimes, yeah. It's sometimes hard to switch like the critical brain off and just enjoy what you're watching. But I think it's very important that you do. Like, wrestling's meant to be fun and you're meant to enjoy it and it's meant to be an escape. And I feel like if you can't turn that side of, your brain off where you're over analyzing everything and you're thinking, oh, this and this and this, like it should be, watched for enjoyment.
Great answer, great answer. One breezy over to you, bro.
So I think we touched on this earlier, but do you ever actually really do get time to yourself? Because you're in America, do you know what I mean? Obviously, you're in Australia, and then you come over to the UK. You spend a fair few, like a month or two in the UK, but you forever. It seems like you're forever busy.
I don't feel busy. I want to be more busy. I want to be wrestling every week.
Yeah,
So no, I'm very much, my dates and books are open and I'd love to travel more. So yeah, no, I get plenty of time.
awesome. What's you?
That's interesting though, because you don't see it. Because, like I say, because everything I was seeing on your social media, I mean, it seems like you are busy, but you're saying you're not busy, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. It's like I'm still doing things that like I'm enjoying, even if it is like training or, the gym. Obviously, those things are, for wrestling, but it's still things that they're like my things. Do you know what I mean? So I guess like, I drive 2 hours to training and I get to hang out with my friends in the car and that's fun. Like that's time to, me and my friends, and then we get to train together and that's fun, or we go to the gym and that's fun. So I don't know. I feel like it's like finding the balance.
Absolutely. So we can't talk about Charlie Evans without talking about Medusa Complex. Please tell me how this all come about, because I'm curious to know.
So I met Millie at literally my first day in the UK, went straight to training, met her, clicked instantly. Literally, I kind of had already, known about her, because, Kyle and Davis were there like a month or two before me. So they'd already told me about Millie. They're like, oh, you're really going to like her. Got along like a house on fire. Started, traveling to shows a lot together. And we were kind of like in not like a down period, but we weren't feeling like great about wrestling. So being together was really helping us, going to shows together and just having, that person there for you. And we had tagged a few different, we tagged at Progress, and then we tagged at like a few different places, just kind of like sporadically. And then Dan from Eve came up with the idea of, putting us together permanently. And we're like, yes, absolutely. Because we kind of wanted to anyway. And yeah, obviously worked fantastically.
You can see, obviously, when you guys obviously tagged, you know what I mean? You've got so much great chemistry. It's just so fun to see.
Yeah, it's the most fun that
Absolutely.
we have in wrestling for sure.
Yeah, and what's Millie like behind the scenes? Because she's always smiling every time she's in the ring.
She's the fucking best. She's the funniest person I know. Like she genuinely is so fucking funny, and just, obviously with all the shit that she's dealing with right now, which has been ongoing since for her whole life, not once has she ever complained to me. Not once has she ever complained about it. She's just kind of gotten on with it. And I think that's really like admirable, because fuck, like any other person, dealing with that would just, it would put you down. And
No.
she just, is like such a fucking fighter.
I think that definitely is a fight and stuff like that. We will put the link to the description in the video of this, so obviously people can go
Please.
check that out and stuff. Well, Breezy,
Yes.
over to you, bro.
So you mentioned obviously that Eve. There's a certain event coming up in March. Can we expect you to be there?
I don't know. I do not know. I've been in talks, but yeah, nothing's confirmed at all.
Is that something
So
you would love to be a part
hopefully,
of?
I would love to. I would fucking love to. I was part of the first Wrestle Queendom, and that was such a special. Like, I'll never forget that day. That was such a special event, and I'm so glad that they're running such a crazy venue, and there's going to be so many eyes on all the girls there because they fucking deserve it. Eve is such a special place. Like, it's such a special place. And the women in the UK are fucking second to none and they deserve the spotlight on them. So I might be there. If I'm not there, I'll absolutely be watching, but hopefully scheduling can make it work, but could possibly not make it work. So we'll see.
Interesting.
No promises.
Touch wood.
Yes.
Absolutely. Remains to be seen. So I want to talk a little bit about the Australian wrestling scene. For people obviously listening, tell us a little bit about it. Obviously, we know PWA, but what's obviously outside that?
So the Australian wrestling scene, obviously we're so far away from everything. You know, we're as far away as you can possibly get from any other country, and for anyone to get out of Australia is hard. You know, it's a big leap that you have to kind of like, you know, back yourself on. There's no guarantees of anything. So, you know, the people that have gone out, even before me, you know, like the Madison Eagles, Shaz McKenzie, Robbie Eagles, stuff like that, and like kind of made a name for themselves. I think everyone does it with the intention of being like, hey, Australian wrestling exists and it's fucking great. Do you know what I mean? I think the talent that we have here is just a different breed because it's such a unique style that's blended from so many different places because people have had to go out and learn, you know, a British style, a Japanese style, the American style, and everyone brings it back and wants to share it with everyone here. And I think the level of hunger that people have in Australian wrestling is really, really high because we have to claw for it. We have to, you know, make people notice us because it's not just going to happen. We don't have the luxury of, you know, driving half an hour down the road and there's 3 different shows on the way. You know, we don't have the luxury of running every single night of the week. And one day I fucking hope that happens. You know, that's the goal, is to create a sustainable wrestling culture in Australia where we can all live off this and we don't have to go outside the country in order to do that. And I think PWA is leading the forefront. There's so many good places around the country. RCW in Adelaide, you know, Ria's come from there, Zaria's come from there. EPW in Perth, Jude, where's my ring in Perth. There's so many different hubs, but we're obviously so spread out. You know what I mean? For me to go to Perth is a 5-hour flight.
Oh, wow.
You know, like to drive to Melbourne is 10 hours. Like
What about Darwin?
the landscape of this country is so vast and so spread out. So yeah, I just, you know, everything we do is to get eyes on the Australian wrestling scene. I think it's really, really starting to kick off, you know, like that peak Brit Rest era. I think we're going into that now for Australian professional wrestling.
Absolutely. And I've got a follow-up question from that because we asked Will this as well, is for people who's not familiar obviously with PWA, what match would you recommend them to go and check out? Do you know what I mean? To like represent you?
Ooh. Well, the great thing about PWA is everything's on YouTube for free. You know, so it's there. Pick anything. I swear to God, fucking pick a match and you'll be hooked. You know, everything I've done with Jess, highly recommend. Not to fucking toot my own horn on that one, but you know, had some fucking bangers with her, like the no DQ that we had, the Coliseum match, I'm very, very proud of. the title match I'm very, very proud of. Tuckman versus Robbie Eagles from The Climb, I think is like the epitome of Australian professional wrestling. You know, this fucking bogan kid with a mullet from Outbush, you know, comes out to fucking Shannon Knoll, the whole crowd singing. Like, it was such a special moment. And then for, you know, him to wrestle Robbie Eagles, who is our greatest fucking export, you know, very, very special match. So anything on YouTube, the Velocities versus Aussie Open, great matches. Ben Braxton's fucking killing it. Anything with Ben Braxton and anything Jessica Troy, you know, those are the ones to watch.
That's kind of interesting you said that, because Will said the exactly same thing.
Oh yeah.
He said the Tuckman versus Robbie Eagles one for definitely.
Yeah, and he said the try one as well. I remember it.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah. One breeze
He
over to you,
gets
bro.
Who is your Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling, Charlie?
Oh shit. Oh, this is a hard one. Okay. Eddie Kingston. Fuck. Bull Nakano. Fuck. Eddie Kingston, Bull Nakano, Jeff Hardy, Madison Eagles.
Okay.
That's my Mount Rushmore.
That's a solid list. I can't. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like maybe they're just like my 4 inspirations. Do you know what I mean? So maybe I think they're the GOATs.
I can see a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
mad. That's my Mount Rushmore. That's actually an easy question. That's who it is.
Would it
You
change
said-
in a few years' time?
No. It probably hasn't changed since I was 15 years old, to be honest. So I don't think it will.
Okay.
Interesting. So, for people obviously listening and stuff like that, what do fans not know about Charlie Evans?
Oh shit. I don't know. I'm pretty open. I don't know. I feel like what you see is what you get.
Best way to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Put it
Can't
all
really
out
complain about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just a hard cunt. I don't know.
All right.
Fair enough. Well, Breezy, back to you, bro.
Who from the UK that you haven't faced yet that you would like to?
Yeah. Jay Joshua. Really want to wrestle Jay Joshua. Connor Mills. Would love to wrestle Connor Mills. We've done like a tag, but we've never done a singles. So I'd really like to wrestle him. I think that'd be fucking sick. I've wrestled Rio in a singles, but it was a long time ago. I'd love to redo that one. Fuck, who else? There's so many fucking people, and everyone's like so fucking good. I want to wrestle Denny Luna in a singles. We'd done it, 2018, I think. It was meant to happen on my last tour, but I fucked my ankle. So I'd love to wrestle her again. But yeah, I think like Jay Joshua is honestly the top of my list at the minute.
Okay.
Yeah, he's mad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's the biggest injury you've had?
I tore my trap. That sucked. And then I tore my ankle in
Ooh.
April? No, yeah, April when I was over there. So those 2 are probably the worst. Both happened in England. Isn't that funny? Those 2 are probably the worst, but you know, then I wouldn't say they're like terrible.
No. Did it keep you out of the ring for long, or?
A few months. So yes, definitely could have been worse. But knock on wood, I'm healthy as.
Absolutely. Well, Breezy, back to you, bro.
So when can we next expect you back in the UK?
Hopefully soon. Definitely at some point next year.
Needs
Can't
to
give you an exact date, but it will happen. 100% will happen. Yeah, I'm really enjoying being able to come over for like, you know, those extended little tours and like cram everything in. It's just like kind of working out when's the best time that I can get like the most in.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I will be there next year for sure.
Most definitely. And I definitely need to meet you, and pretty sure Liam does as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That'd be good.
Please.
Absolutely. So let's talk obviously about the UK audience. How would you describe it in your own words?
There's nothing that compares. Nothing that fucking compares. It is the best crowds. So good, so interactive. I love like you guys just like do chants and shit, and everyone just knows that they're gonna say the same thing. I don't understand how, how that happens. Like someone will just start saying something, and everyone just joins in and knows what to say. Yeah, it's shit. Like fucking gets you fired up.
Absolutely. But let's turn that question 180. How would you describe the Australian audience?
Very similar. More like heckly, sort of. Like Australians are very like, fuck, I don't even know. Very similar to Brits. Kind of just give it to you straight. It's an interesting dynamic in Australia because a lot of the shows I do, I would say the crowd is half wrestling fans and half people enjoying a night out, which I think is very similar to like an Eve crowd, like, which is a great mix because once they hear, the wrestling fans and they kind of can follow along what they're doing, they get fully into it. And it's awesome. And I love seeing people that, come up to me at merch and they're like, oh my God, it's my first wrestling show. This is awesome. And then you see them the next time, but they've brought more friends and then they love it. And they, it just like kind of keeps the cycle going. So Aussie crowds are so good. So good.
I watch the PWA shows and they're so into it. It's really great to watch.
So into it. It's fucking awesome. And they just like love to hate the bad guys, fucking love the good guys. And it's the crowd, especially at PWA, is really electric.
Absolutely. Well, raise it back to you, bro.
Who would you say is the ones to watch for 2026 from the Australian wrestling scene?
I'd say Rita Stone, Ben Braxton, they're both in CBK. Shay Cassidy, the Dropouts, hate them, but fuck. The Dropouts, I think they're going to do some really special things. But honestly, I think Rita Stone, Ben Braxton, something special about those two.
Awesome.
Yeah, everyone's just coming into their own, like all the, like, it's really, really cool to watch. I've kind of watched Rita and Shay from the very beginning, and to see where they are now is like a really rewarding thing to kind of sit back and watch the progression they've made. And I'm excited for everything they do because it reminds me a lot of Jess and I. And, to see these two young girls come in and just kind of flourish into like not even, the wrestlers, but like the women that they are now is really, really cool to watch. And they're fucking good. They're in their own respects, like Rita can do some fucking crazy shit. Like anything you say, do this, she'll just do it. And she'll be able to do it with ease. Busting out 450s, moonsaults, fucking lion salts. She can do anything. And then Shay, just to watch her come from this shy, timid girl into a fucking pop star, with just oozes confidence is really fucking awesome. So I'm going to say those two girls are the ones to watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, throughout obviously all your career and stuff like that, what's the best piece of advice you've been given?
Oh shit. Been given a lot. Been given a lot. I guess just to like kind of have fun. Like sit back and remember why you do it and just enjoy yourself. Because if you're not enjoying yourself, what's the point? Sometimes you get so caught up in wrestling and you like, have like such a tunnel vision on it. But then if you sit back and you're like, oh my God, I am so lucky to be able to do this. And I'm so grateful to be able to do this is really cool. And yeah, just kind of like backing yourself, doing it the way that you want to do, not selling yourself out. for someone else's vision and just being the wrestler that you want to be.
And this is why Charlie Evans deserves to be in AEW, right?
Please, one day I'm gonna fucking make it happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well,
One breezy back to you, bro.
So, what advice would you give to someone who wants to start professional wrestling?
I would say find a good reputable school. I think it's really important for people to get trained correctly from the start because, you don't want to put yourself in bad situations where you aren't learning correctly. Like, at the end of the day, you are putting a lot of trust in other people and people are putting a lot of trust in you. So I think finding a reputable school with good trainers, look at the school and look who they've produced. Yeah, like look who's come out of that school and what they've gone on to do and stuff like that. So I think, that's the most important part, finding a good school, getting in the gym, and then enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride, be kind, have fun, take pictures, take photos with your friends. But yeah, find a good school. You need to do that. That's important.
Awesome.
But do it. Why not do it? If this is your fucking dream, do it.
You heard it first.
There you go. Take that leap of faith, right?
Yes, 100%. You'd rather regret, giving it a fucking red hot crack and it not working out than never doing it.
Straight to the point.
Straight to the point. I love it. So obviously 2026 is obviously on the horizon. What's the goal for you, obviously, for next year?
Definitely the Eddie Kingston match. Definitely the Eddie Kingston. That's like top of my goals, has been for many years. And this is the year that it needs to happen. So I am fucking zoned in on that. And it will happen. Manifesting it.
I'm intrigued for that match.
Yeah.
It's going to be fucking crazy.
I cannot wait. One breezy, back to you, bro.
So, you must have a really supporting husband, for like to travel around the world that you do.
Yeah. He's the best.
Very supportive.
Yeah. He gets it. Obviously he's a wrestler and he's moved his whole life to a different country as well. So I'm very, very blessed and he's unreal.
Yeah. I mean, he's gone from America to Australia, is that correct?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Big
That's
move.
what you want, is like a supportive partner in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Very big move.
Big move.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. But we're able to go back and see his family and stuff like that. So that's awesome. So hopefully we can go back soon.
Yeah. Over to you.
So is there any countries you'd like to visit which you've not visited?
Oh shit. I want to, well, just for a holiday, I'd love to go to Hawaii. I guess that's America, but I'd love to go to Hawaii. That's my dream destination. But I've never wrestled in Germany. I'd love to wrestle in Germany for WXW. Never wrestled in France. A lot of European countries I've never wrestled in. I've only wrestled in Spain. So I think, doing a lot of Europe shows would be fucking sick.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Absolutely. One breezy, back to you, bro.
Who's your top 3 best friends in the wrestling world?
Millie, I guess it was Jess. I'm gonna chuck her in there. Fuck, and then I guess North Shore combined.
I was waiting for that.
Fuck. Rita Stone and I have bonded recently, so I'm gonna put her on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
It's cool having friends everywhere though. Do you know what I mean?
You got Shazza.
I do have Shazza, Steph DeLander, Rena, Sawyer Rec. I've so many people in so many. It's so hard sometimes because you feel oh my god.
Time zones.
Yeah, time zones are hard, and you just it's crazy. But the second you're back with that person, you're it's like we never were apart.
Yeah.
So it's very cool.
Most definitely. Over to you, then.
I'm just looking at your cage match here. I mean, you've been in so many promotions, I've lost count. Is any you've not been in?
Probably, yeah. AEW.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen. Yeah, there's so many places that I haven't wrestled that I really like to wrestle. So
Have you wrestled for ICW in Scotland?
no,
Oh, okay.
no. I'd love to. I've only done I did Fierce Females in Scotland. That's the only Scotland promotion I've wrestled for.
Okay.
I know. A lot that I haven't that I really, really want to. There's a fucking bunch in the UK that I need to cross off.
Name them.
There's a few new ones as well.
I know. They're always popping up.
Yeah.
So hopefully, yeah, there's fucking heaps. Let's make it happen. 2026. Let's go.
Spend a lot of time in the UK, you'll tick them off.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, absolutely. One brings it back to you, bro.
But as we're coming close to wrapping this up, I would like to say thank you on my behalf. I would like to ask, I always like to be positive in this world. So, what is an inspirational message from yourself?
Oh my goodness. Oh, this is nice.
Cheers.
I feel like, you know, no matter what is happening, like brighter days are always ahead. You know, and I'm a very big believer in everything that happens for a reason. And I think when you can look at it from that perspective, like even if shit fucking sucks, you know, and horrible things are happening, you know, you're in that moment for some reason and you're meant to be where you are. And if you can just kind of breathe into that and know that everything is temporary and all you have is the moment that you're in now, and you know you're going to keep moving forward, like every new second is a new moment and it always gets better.
Love that.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. So, one final thing, obviously, because we know you're a busy person. Is there anything else you'd like to plug?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Charlie Evans Pro, and then all my links to everything that you need from me are all there. So yes, but you'll have to search my whole name because I'm fucking shadow banned. So type the full one in.
My shadow band.
Next question.
It could be multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Blood, ass, I don't know. It could be anything.
Dear. Yeah, all links in the description. We'll also put the show for Millie on. Is it 19th of December? I believe that's coming up.
Yeah. So yeah, all the links for that, please. Her GoFundMe is there. You know, if you see her at shows, she'll have shirts and merchandise. If you want to help her out, I would really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, we'll put all links obviously in the description. When Breezy, you want to wrap it up, pal?
So, from myself, and I'll let Liam say his bit in a minute, but from myself, I was talking to you before via messaging and stuff like that. Big thank you for coming on. I'm glad it's finally worked out because we got a little bit confused with the time zones. Do you know what? I'm definitely going to have you back on in 2026 because I don't think 45 minutes cuts it.
I know. And you know what? In 2026, we can talk about my match with Eddie.
Yep.
Very true.
We'll do a post-match debrief.
Yeah. Honestly, though, seriously, Charlie, thank you very much for coming on. I really do appreciate your time. Like I said, you are a very busy person. So I'll let Liam say his bit and then we'll finish.
This has been obviously one which has been on our list for absolutely a while. So thank you so much, for taking the time to obviously talk to us.
Thanks so much for having me.
Not a problem. One Breezy, outro.
Hope you have a good for the rest of your day.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.